Welcome back to this series of Learning Simplify. In today's session, we will try to understand how GL balances or general ledger balances are migrated when we do a migration from a legacy code to a new code. So let's try to understand the migration process. So whenever you're migrating from a legacy code to a new transformed code, you actually start with static data like customer data, account data, and so on. And then we move on to account balances, the customer account balances. Subsequently, we go to contracts like deposit contracts, loan contracts, and so on. And finally, to complete the big picture or to ensure that the new balance sheet balances are equals to the legacy code's balance sheet, we migrate the GL balances. This session, we try to understand how the GL balances gets migrated. This probably is the most complex part of the migration. However, I have tried to simplify the whole process. So in this sheet, on the left hand side, I have got the legacy code, and on the right hand side, I have the new code. So for simplicity's sake, let's assume that the legacy code initially begins with a clean slate, the balance sheet is empty. Now I take an example wherein I just have one customer account and one deposit account. So this will cover you all the examples of the different types of GLs which you might have. So let's assume that the customer opens an account and brings in cash and deposits into his account. So let's assume that he deposits 1000 INR into his account. So if you look at the balance sheet, the cash GL balance sheet, which is an asset, has a debit balance of 1000. The customer GL has 1000. Now, out of the 1000, the customer decides to create a deposit or 600 INR. So it will debit 600 from his account and credit to a liability GL. So the entries, if you see, have reflected in the balance sheet. The balance sheet is still balanced. And on the date of migration, let's assume that I have done accruals of up to 100, which means I have a debit payable of 100 and a credit expense of 100. So the balance sheet is now complete. So with one simple customer account and one deposit account, I now go for migration to a new core. The new core is actually empty. It doesn't have any balance sheet of its own. It's on a clean slate. So as part of the migration, I will migrate first the CASA balance. What's the CASA balance? The CASA balance is actually 400 at this stage because he's already created a deposit of 600. So he will do a credit of 400, and this time to balance itself, it will debit a conversion GL, a parking GL or a suspense GL for 400. So if you look at the balance sheet, your customer GL has 400 and conversion GL has got a balance of 400. Likewise, when I am actually creating the deposit is for 600. Credit the liability GL for 600 and debit the deposit conversion GL for 600. This is because at this stage, when you are migrating the deposit, you cannot actually debit the customer. It has to be to a parking GL. So if you look at this stage, you have a balance sheet which is still not complete because you have items lying in the conversion GL. So how do you knock it off? So at this stage, you will do the GL balance migration from the left hand side. The cash GL goes as is. So you have 1000. So you debit cash to 1000. Your expense and payable 100. You just migrate as is. Now the trick here is that when it comes to your customer GL, which is having a balance of 400, when you move into your new core, you just flip it over to the conversion GL meant for CASA. So you actually credit instead of the customer GL, you actually credit the conversion GL for CASA, which is 400. Your conversion GL gets knocked off. Similarly, when the liability GL is to be migrated, you just flip it over to the conversion GL meant for deposit, which is 600. And if you look at it, the conversion GL deposit also gets nullified. So at this stage, your balance sheet actually matches to the legacy code. So the trick which we employed here is that when we do a CASA migration, we use a conversion GL for the offset leg. Whenever we do a deposit, or for the matter a loan, we flip the other leg, the contra leg, or the customer leg to a conversion GL. And then finally, when we have to bring in these GLs, balances from the legacy code, we'll flip it to the equivalent conversion GL so that it nullifies the entries made earlier. And thereby, you have a very clean migration. In case there has been a discrepancy, for example, the conversion GL on the left hand side, the conversion GL had got 405 on the customer GL side. So here I would have had 405. So this leads to a conversion GL having a balance. This could be due to an error on the legacy code, the way customer GL's balances have been built. Thanks a lot for staying with us. Do like, share, and subscribe for more such videos. Thank you.